Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Drive channel. Today we are looking at Signali di Pericolo. In English it is danger signs. In Italian, Signali di Pericolo. When you see these signs, they are all under danger signs. They are just these categories that are under danger signs. So danger signs are not signs that are under prescription. So in case of obbligo, precedential, and divieto signs, those three categories are under Signali di prescrizione. But in this case, Signali di Pericolo is not classified as Signali di prescrizione. For instance, we don't prescribe a hill. A hill has been there, even the road was constructed. So for that simple reason, you should know that any of these dangers, they are not prescribed. They are only telling you that there are dangers that are here, that find themselves on the road. The first one here is called strada deformata. It's talking about potholes, bad roads, where you see roads are not good. Like for instance, they are gallop. So it's calling for your attention to slow down. While the second one is called undosso. Undosso is where you have to climb and slope. It's like you are climbing mountain, then you slope down. So sometimes we find them on the bridge, on the flyover bridge. So when you climb on the flyover, then you now slope down on the other side. So overtaking is not allowed, parking is not allowed because it limits visibility. So there are some questions that will tell you in the presence of this sign, you can make a U-turn. It is fast, so because you can't make a U-turn because it is when you are very close to vehicles that are coming from the opposite side, that is when you can see them. So if a road is a one-way road and it has two lanes, overtaking is allowed at any time. But if it is a two-way road, doppio sensor, and it has just two lanes, overtaking is not allowed at undosso. This is called cuneta. Cuneta is like you slope first, then you now climb. So one big danger that this one can cause is most time there will be a water gathering on the end point of the cuneta. So in English it's just called valley. So it's like the opposite of this one. So in this case, the major danger that this one poses is that water, the flood can gather on the downside of the cuneta. So it can cause aquaplaning, what we call aquaplaning. It is called allagamento della strada. There will be flooding on the road. This one here is a sign of curve. It's called curva. The first one here is called curva a destra, while the second one here is called curva a sinistra. The first one is called curva destra. The second one is called curva a sinistra. This is curva a sinistra, while this is curva a destra. So it also limits visibility. When you are on the curve, you don't see the car coming from the opposite direction on time. So overtaking is not allowed if the road is a two-way road with only two lanes. If it is doppio senso con due corsia, il sorpasso è vietato. Non consento il sorpasso. But if it is a road that have senso unico, strada a senso unico con due corsia, overtaking is allowed because any vehicles are not coming from the opposite direction because the road is a one-way road. But if the road is a two-way road, overtaking is not allowed. Inversione di marcia, which is a U-turn, is not allowed. Retromarcia is not allowed. So because visibility are limited. This sign here is called doppio curva. This one is doppio curva primo a destra because the first curve is to the right. Doppio curva primo a sinistra because the first curve is to the left. So it limits visibility. Everything that is forbidden on a single curve is also forbidden here. Remember, if it is a two-way road, you cannot do overtaking. Overtaking is not allowed.
So here you cannot do parking, you cannot even stop because it limits visibility.
This one is passaggio a livello con barriera or semi-barriera. So it's telling you like you want to cross a railway line, but in this case, the railway line, the crossing point has barrier or semi-barrier that will fall down, that will drop down whenever the train wants to cross. So these are the things you will find along with this. These are lights that you see when it is a railway, when the train is passing. So this light, this red light, they will turn on. Look at it here. You see the light here, and look at the barrier. You see the barrier is crossing the road. So this is exactly what they are talking about. And this one is passaggio a livello senza barriera. Senza barriera. This one is talking about a railway crossing, but there is no barrier on it. So then why these signs are talking about this first one here, these ones are talking about, it's called distanziometro. It's a sign that tells you the distance at which you will get to the railway track that you are crossing. So this one that have 3 bar is telling you that in 150 meter, that is where the railway track is. This one that has 2 bar is telling you 100 meter, while the red bar is 50. The only 1 bar is 50 meters. So in that case, this one with 3 bar will be placed exactly where you will find the sign, because normally danger signs are placed in normally 150 meters to the danger. So once you find this sign, it is placed 150 meters to the railway track. So in that case, this sign or this sign is placed in the same place where these three lines are placed. This one that have 3 bar. So because it's 150, then if you move front where you are getting closer to the railway track, you will meet this one that have two red line, which means in 100 meters you will meet the railway track. When you are very close, 50 meters to the railway track, you will meet this last one here that has 1. So that is how they are placed. Then these ones that are here, it doesn't matter whether if it is stand like this 2 or if it is stand like this, they are the same thing. But what they are saying is that this one that is 1, if you find only 1 like this, it's telling you that you are crossing only 1 railway track. But if there are 2, if you see that they place 2, it's telling you that you are crossing more than 1 railway track. So that is what they mean. It's called Crochet di Saint Andrea. So I don't know, don't ask me why they call it Crochet di Saint Andrea. So take it like that. It is called Crochet di Saint Andrea. Crochet di Saint Andrea. That is the name. So I don't know how Saint Andrea get to relate it with this cross. So if you see it on the quiz, that is the name for this cross. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. You see this one now, they place 2 Crochet di Saint Andrea here. So in that case, look at it, you have two track here that you are crossing. You see, this one, they place only 1 Crochet di Saint Andrea. It is just only 1 track that you are crossing. So this is called attraversamento pedonale. So when we are doing obbligo, a lot of people confuse percorso pedonale for attraversamento pedonale. It's not the same thing, because percorso pedonale is not a danger for drivers. It cannot be under danger signs, because percorso is side by side with the carreggiata, but attraversamento pedonale is crossing the carreggiata, so it's posing as a danger for the drivers. They are telling you there is a danger ahead, and the danger is that pedestrians are crossing on the carriageway. This one is telling you that you want to meet a tramway, so it's called tramvaria. So you want to meet a tramway. So if you are meeting the rail of a tram, it's a danger. So anytime you see this one, you know that there's a tramway that is very close to you around there. Look at it. Attraversamento ciclabile. So this one, all these signs, remember I told you, they are placed normally on 150 meters before the danger. So there's another type that is blue. Those blue, if this thing is blue, is placed on the correspondenza. So, but this one is placed in 150 meters before the attraversamento ciclabile. The same thing applies to all the signs. It's 150 meters. So this one also have another version that is blue, which is placed in a correspondenza. Correspondenza means that it's placed in the same place where they cross. But in this case, it is 150 meters. It's just like pre-adversary reading you. It's like it's giving you a notice ahead. All of them are placed in 150 meters before the real danger. This one is a slope. It's a slope. So it is called Pedestrians, La Strada in Discesa. You understand? So it is called Discesa. Why this one is called Salita? Salita. If you watch the 10 that is written on top of it, the 10 is climbing. The 10 is sloping. So some people confuse this one to this one. So in this case, they always talk about frenatura. Here now, when you are climbing, the tempo di frenatura is very short, diminution, because once you match brake, before you know it will stop because you are climbing. The same thing applies to this one. If you match brake, before you know it has already stopped because you are sorry. This one is the opposite. If you match brake, it takes a longer time before it stops because there is a force of gravity that is attached to your vehicle. So il tempo di frenatura aumenta when you are in discesa, and la spazio di sicurezza should also aumenta when you are in discesa. This one is called strettoria. Strettoria in English is called bottleneck. If you watch very well, exactly how bottle look at its neck, that is what we are seeing here. So bottleneck, like for instance, if they are walking on the road, or maybe the road has been wide, but you get to a point where the bridge is very slim, so they would not put this sign there for you to know that the road has been reduced. Probably it has been 4 lanes, it's turning into 2 lanes. So it's called bottleneck. So this one is strettoria from the 2 sides. This one here is strettoria a sinistra, while this one is strettoria a destra. This one is called ponte mobile. Ponte mobile, mobile bridge. London Bridge is falling down. That's a bridge that can be opened. So it's mostly found in an area where maybe a ship has to pass under the bridge. So they see that the bridge is too low for the ship, they will not construct a mobile bridge there. So whenever the ship wants to pass, they will open the bridge. So there are signs that they will also place before you. Then you will see those signs and know that yes, the bridge is about to be opened. So which you need to stop, and all this red light also will also be there to tell you that the bridge is opening. So you need to stop. So this sign is placed in 150 meters before the bridge. As I said before, all the signs are placed 150 meters before the danger. So this sign is called La Strada Sciudovole. So La Strada Sciudovole. So it's very difficult to pronounce. So what it means is that the road is a sleepy road. But in this case, they now said based on in case of rain, it is sleepy. So you see, but normally this sign on its own is telling you about a sleepy area. That's in this area, you have to be very careful because la forza di aderenza, the grip force is reduced. So the area is now a sleepy area. In this case, due to rain, whenever there is rain, this area is sleepy. In this case, due to snow, whenever it is snoring, this area is very sleepy. So why this sign here is telling you that Bankinet Strudovole. So it is telling you that the side of the road, the Bankinet of the road, the side of the road is a valley. So if you have a valley as the side of the road, there's every possibility that you can still get slip into the valley, and so it's called they call it a cuneta laterale. So because it is a valley, but it is at the side, so it's just like the road is up, this side is old, the other side is old. So you have to be very careful in case of night when you see this sign in any area, like, and everywhere is dark. Don't feel that you can clear off the road to park at those grassy area. No, you just your vehicle will just somersault and go and fall inside the hole. So it's telling you that area there are holes at the side. That is what this sign is saying. This one is posing a danger of children crossing the road. It's not just only in the school area. It can also be in the garden. It can be anywhere that attract children. And so there are children that can easily jump out and enter the road. Why this one is telling you that this is in this area, wild animal can come out from the bush at any time. In this area, wild animal can come out of the bush at any time. So you have to be very careful. That is the kind of danger this one imposes. It's not domestic animal. Wild animal can come out of the bush at any time. In this area, he's talking about domestic animal. He's talking about domestic animal. So domestic animal can jump out at any time from the road. You can see people escorting, or domestic animal will just walk out and enter the road at any time. So why in this place, the road has been one way. You have been enjoying a one-way road. You have been driving all along. No vehicle is coming. But now in 150 meters time, you will now start seeing vehicle coming. So the road want to turn into a doppio senso. You want to turn into a two-way road. Two-way road means doppio senso. Why in this case is placed 150 meters before the rotatoria. You remember we have the obligo signs that is placed in the rotatoria, in correspondencia the rotatoria. That is exactly at the rotatoria. That one is a blue sign. But this one now is placed 150 meters before the rotatoria. So before the roundabout, that is where this one is placed. It's giving you that in 150 meters time you will meet a roundabout. This one is telling you that the danger that is involved here is the possibility of a car falling into the water. So these ones are mostly seen in the seaport. So I've seen this sign so many times in the seaport. So when they will tell you that there's a possibility for your car to fall into the water, maybe you want to make, if you are in that area, if you want to make a reverse at night, you have to be very careful, because there is a place that can allow you to fall into the water. So then this one is telling you that there are particles of stones on the road. Maybe the pavement, they just pour gravel. People that are walking on the road, they pour gravel on the pavement. So it's telling you that there are particles of stones on the road. It's telling you that there are particles of stones on the road. So you have to be very, very careful. Look at it. This one shows that they are walking. This one shows that they are walking on the road. So this one, because this one have yellow background. So this one is telling you that there are men. So any signs that have yellow background is telling you about people walking on the road. So look at, in this case, it's called caduta di pietre. So stones are falling from the left side of the road. It's a rock on the left side, so the particles of stones are falling down from that rock. So you can find them on the road. They are dangerous. So this one is a rock on the right side of the road. So some particles of that rock are breaking down. So that is what it means. Then in this case, It's telling you that there's a traffic light ahead. The difference between this and this is just that the traffic light is horizontal and this one is vertical. So there are some traffic light that will just be horizontal, and while there are some that will stand the way this one is standing. This one is telling you that you are driving close to an airport. So the reason why they are telling you about this danger is you might suddenly hear the sound of a very heavy sound. That is the sound of a plane. So that you not get shocked and leave the road and go and drive into the bush. So they are just giving you that the danger of an heavy sound is on this area. So because you are driving close to an airport. Why this one is called vento laterale. So there's a side wind. Most especially once you enter Galleria, and you want to come out from the Galleria, the wind can just take your vehicle from your control, out of your control. So it's telling you about the dangers of a side wind, vento laterale. This one is telling you that in this area, it is easily inflammable. It is easily inflammable in the sense that if you are the kind of person that smoke, you should not throw off your cigarettes, the remaining cigarette on the ground there, because probably that area is full of dry leaf and dry wood, so it can easily catch fire. So this area that are easily inflammable, it's not a sign that is telling you that you are forbidden to transport inflammable goods. No, it's telling you that that area is easily inflammable, like it's full of dry leaf or something like that. This is Pericolo generale. This one is telling you about general danger signs. General danger signs. So it is not measuring a particular kind of danger. It is just telling you that this area, you should slow down. There's a general. It can be that there are so many junctions connected to that road. It can also be that there are heavy equipment that is crossing on that particular road. So it is called general danger signs.
This sign is a panel. It's a panel that is placed under this general sign. So in the presence of this panel, it means that there is an industrial railway crossing. So you want to cross a railway, but it's not the general railway for the public train. This one is just for industrial railway. So it is called industrial maneuver. So it calls for attention. If you watch very well, this sign, as I said before, is a general sign. It's a sign that tells you that there's a danger around there. So almost every time they put this sign under it. They put this one under this, so as to tell you there's a danger, and the danger is that there is an industrial railway crossing. What I mean by industrial railway crossing, for instance, a company that has a unfinished product in the right side of the road, they are using their own industrial train to transfer those products to the other side of the company. So, and they have to cross through the public road. So that is what this sign means. It means that there's an industrial railway there.
That's all for danger signs. So if you like the video, put a like, press the like button, comment on them, and share with your loved ones. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.